Hey guys, Eric. Hello.
Glenda?
And we are D&D miniature and board games. Y'all always gotta be different, don't ya?
Yep.
Y'all?
Hey, so tonight we played Last Night on Earth. It's a Flying Pig Productions.
No.
Frog.
Flying Frog.
Sorry, flying frog.
pig.
It's
Wow.
not pig, it's frog.
Wow.
You know what? It was that stupid thing on the radio station this morning talking about flying pigs. It gets stuck in my head. Flying Frog Productions. The same company that brings you Shadows of Brimstone, Last Night on Earth, and I believe we have another one also. Yeah, Touch of Evil. As you know, we score on a 1 to 5, 5 being outstanding, 3 being average, nothing good, nothing bad, just average, and 1 being horrible. Then we throw them all together, all our scores together, and come up with what we come up with. So,
Talk about it.
we score on graphics and artwork, rulebook, components, really playability, and fun.
Fang!
The guy from... Who is that?
Oh my god. Tim, graphics and artwork.
I really liked the graphics and artwork of this game. Everything is very detailed. Everything is very interesting to look at. Very clear. It's not dark. The artwork looks like it is from a really bad B-zombie movie.
What year?
Yeah, like something in the 80s, like, you know,
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 type, you know, eerie kind of looking stuff. But I gave it a 5 because I thought for this to be an original idea, they've got a large amount of art all wound up in this, and it's all, like I said, it's all pretty cool.
Glenda?
I gave it a 4. I have nothing bad to say about it, but it's not perfect for me. Just because of the pictures. I guess it's because, you know, taking a picture and putting it on the cardboard, that's just the only one point off. But everything else is wonderful, especially this.
Cheating.
Exactly. So this one, I wish we could have played this and all the other stuff. It's just glossy and beautiful, clear.
Glossy and beautiful.
Clear.
I as well grave
Big.
I as well gave graphics and artwork a 4. I like the fact that it was, as Tim said, a B-rate horror flick style pictures.
Something you'd find on like the third shift through Netflix.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, VHS.
I think the
movies.
fact that it was mostly just picture style things is what hurt it a little bit for me. But
like
still,
the copying.
but it's still a 4, which is
Still
above
high.
average in my book. So, you want me to roll in the rule book?
Yeah.
All right, I gave rule book a 3. I just saw it as average. I did have to flip around a little bit while we were playing, and there were a few things that maybe weren't as clear as they could have been. But overall, I didn't think it was bad. So, 3.
Well, for me, the rule book situation, you know, most people that watch our reviews, if the rule book does what a rule book's supposed to do, I give it a 3. You know, if it literally takes me step by step and tells me how to play the freaking game, you know, maybe even, you know, gives me a couple of dollars for playing it, I'll give it a higher score. But with this one, the fact that everything doesn't seem to flow as nicely as you would anticipate it, and there was a lot of hunting and searching. You know, like you'd find this one situation on this page, and the game resolution isn't there. So you 5-10 pages later, and then there it is, and it's like, okay, that's not cool. I gave it a 2. I thought the rule book could have been done somewhat better.
Glenda.
I gave it a 3. Wow, we all gave it a 3.
No, Tim gave it a 2.
Oh, 2. You 3.
No.
A 2. Oh, sorry, I heard it wrong. It's a 3.
Woman, you never pay
Wow, a
attention.
2.
Yeah.
No, for me, I thought it was just itemized and descriptive. But it doesn't, I guess the word is the flow. Maybe that's why I gave it a 2. For me, that when I read it through the through my phone, the PDF, it's just description of, what's happening or what's going on, but it's not the right flow for me. So, I mean, you can still play it, but there's some question while you're playing it and going through the rule book, I guess. So it's a 3.
Components. I gave components a 4. I really like the waxy, plasticky feel on the cards. I feel they'll stand up a lot of wear and tear. But I think that whatever material they actually used on it also causes them to stick together a lot,
It's the annoying
which
part.
causes some problems while you're playing. The character cards and the scenario cards, really thick stock. I like that. They're going to stand up to wear and tear for a long time. Where I could not go all the way to 5 was I wasn't really impressed with the figures. I felt you didn't have a lot of zombie figures. It's like 2 or 3 different types.
Movements.
I think it was hard with some of the characters to tell who they were. I still gave it a 4. It's just the figures kind of pulled it down for me a little bit. Glenda.
Wow, I gave
Glenda.
it a 5. I like the totality of the game.
Totality.
Everything.
Tim. Totality.
From the
college
cards, it's
Oh.
really thick. This is thick. The wear and tear, again, I think it would last. I'm not really asking too much, as far as the figures, because for me, this game is like one of those you wouldn't even really invest much on the figures. It's just, well, okay, zombie. I guess it's perfect for this kind of game. And I like the truck too.
I find it odd that an Asian woman, likes something that was thick. Just amazes me. Anyways,
We like it thick.
I gave it a 5.
Wait a minute. Are you slapping at me?
No, I'm slapping at Asian.
Okay.
Because the extent of my knowledge with the Asian populace is, your wife and porn. And the girls in the porn.
Wait a minute. Now you put my wife in the category of porn.
The extent of what he knows.
All right. Well, what was your components?
So limited.
So you're reading too much into this.
I know, right?
I gave it a 5. We've done a lot of reviews, a lot of playthroughs on games. This is some of the best dashboards, tokens, markers. All this stuff is like she said. It's thick. It's hard. It's not gonna
See? I like
break.
it
It's
thick,
not gonna.
hard.
It's not gonna bend. It's gonna hold up to lots of play. The card sticky issue, because I've
Yeah, it's just a glossiness.
playing cards a lot. Brand new decks of cards stick together. The more you put good oils on them and everything like that, shuffle them, and handle them.
Talking
The
about
less
the game.
Hey,
that
that was just what I saw. But
the less stickiness you get to it. So I didn't fault them on that. I didn't even concentrate on the miniatures here.
Yeah, same here.
They were, I think the miniatures are literally place markers in this game.
I think they could have been tokens.
the cards are those are the real gameplay, situations there.
Exactly. Everything. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a 5. I thought this was great. It's one of the best ones that
Really,
we've done in a
really
while.
good.
So what'd you give on replayability?
I gave it a 5 on replayability just because of the fact that we played through 2 scenarios fairly quick. Both of them were drastically different in the way that they caused you to move in the board. There's different obstacles on the board, and I think it's got great replayability. So I gave it a 5. Yeah.
Glenda?
Again, it goes through me. Weird.
You're in the middle.
I gave it a 5 too. Again, this is one of those games with all different scenarios, different setup, different player minds, different tactics, and it's just so much stuff. So much scenarios. It's just, you made
So
over and
that's
over
why
again.
we're going with the 5, because there's so much stuff.
No, it's just
Stuff.
I don't know. It's just you can play it over and over, and you'll come up with a different,
We went from
Scenario.
totality to
Stuff. Alright, so I think I'm just like the oddball in this whole review. I think before I put out my score, I think once we crack open, we have the Survival of the Fittest
he's
expansion.
already defending his score.
I think once we break open the other expansions that give you more heroes and stuff, I think it would change. But I only gave replayability a 4.
God, you're such a bastard.
It's still above average, and my parents were married. It's still above average,
It's not Jon Snow.
but I don't know. It was just something I just didn't get that high mark when we were playing that you have a lot of replayability. But I think you'll still have quite a bit. Overall fun. I gave overall fun a 3.
Wow, Eric, a 3.
I just had it as average. The reason being is it's not balanced. The hero's turn tends to take a lot of time. So if you're playing the zombie side, it's like pop, 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 you're done. And the heroes are going, and it's like Tim and I were discussing the fact we needed a small game on the side to play while we were waiting for the heroes to get done. It's not.
Would that be because of all the cards?
I think that has something to do with it. But I think that there's so much
To take
choices
it,
that the heroes have to do.
Correct.
And when you're playing the zombies, it's like you get one space move. Maybe you get a second one if you get a card for it.
Yeah. Everything that the zombies do is set right from the rip.
And I think it for the zombie player, it's so boring.
You know what's funny about that is I was trying to come up with a good explanation for giving fun a 3. But I'm not the only one. So
The 3. So weird.
I gave it a 3 for that one reason right there, is that you're right, it's not balanced. I didn't have a very clever way of saying it as balanced. I was going to say it just seems like there's so much more for the survivor to get done than there is for the zombie to do, and it was just, it made you wait. But balanced is a more
Not politically correct.
no, a pinky out kind of sophisticated word.
Now the only time that I saw that it was different was when we had the card that made one of the heroes a zombie. But you still got the characteristics of the hero gets to move further and was a little bit stronger.
The thing is we actually got caught a couple of times because if we didn't engage a survivor, we were done. But then when a survivor moved in to engage us, we're sitting over here completely distracted, watching something else or doing something else, and it's like, hey, I'm fighting you. Oh.
Yeah, but I can
Because
see.
you don't have nothing to pay attention to.
I can see though if you're playing this that you should trade back and forth. One scenario you play the zombies, the next scenario you play the heroes.
Or just have one person playing the zombies and everybody else survivors.
It was just such a dead zone for
Yeah.
us playing zombies. Glenda?
Oh, I gave it a 3. I'm sorry. I mean, there's a potential for this game, but first, okay, you are on the zombie side, on the hero side. For you to play a hero character, what do? You pick without seeing.
You randomly pick the heroes.
And their hero sucks. It's like, okay, it's like. And then the zombies, they get to
She says that, but she
Draw.
was so happy to get him again.
draw a card all the time, but the hero can't. If you start on the board without any building, you can't get a weapon.
Well, what do you think? They're just going to be sitting in the grass waiting for you?
There you go. Then that's the point. Like you said, the balance.
Yeah.
Then there you go.
Now-
You're back to that.
Am I saying I wouldn't play the game again? No.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it makes me want to crack because
It is.
I've got, which expansion do I have? I know I have an expansion over there somewhere.
It was
Growing hunger.
Yeah, right there.
I have growing hunger. It makes me want to break it open to see, well, what
do
did
they
they do?
Yeah.
What gets added? What new heroes are we getting? Are we getting anything else for the zombies to do?
This all could, this whole situation could change once we see what the expansion, what it does. But, I think overall though, I think all of our scores were pretty decent overall.
Yeah. So overall score for the game was a 3.9.
We had a high score on
Good
really
Lord,
the components.
it's basically a 4.
Yeah. It's above average. It's a 3.9. Like I said, and like we all said, with the added of the expansions,
It could change.
this could
everything.
change the fun of it. Because possibly they did something that makes the zombie player have a little bit more fun. Otherwise,
Why you keep saying the zombie player? Also the heroes.
okay, we
Trust me,
we
yeah.
sat around a lot.
Yeah. You guys were over here discussing and
Could I
trying to figure
suggest
out-
a small game on the side that the zombie players can play?
But yeah, or again, we like doing things, without reading the rule book
Yeah,
ahead
No,
of time.
this one-
I mean, it probably could have, but again, every card has so much for a hero.
Yeah.
You draw it, you read it, and
You
then
read it again.
and then
read
you
it a
have your
third
own
time.
character.
You discuss it with your partner
You look it up in the rule book, and then you
while
look it
you're
up
discussing it with your partner.
Look it up in another place in the rule book.
While you're discussing it with your partner,
And the zombies.
and then you ask the zombie players, "What does this mean?"
And then the
What do you
zombie
think
has
this is?
so much. It's just so off balance. It's just they have so many cards. And I have a
Yeah,
priest.
the
It's just-
balance of the game isn't good.
Balance.
Now we're
It's not
balanced.
balanced well.
Balance.
But anyways, guys, 3.9 total score. As always, support your local gaming. We support Discover Games, Fayetteville, Georgia.
How do you know we support them?
Flying Frog Games, folks. Last Night on Earth. As
Hey.
always, what?
It gives you the feel of that 80s movie I was just gonna say while playing. So
Game on, guys.
Game on, folks.
game on. We forgot. Didn't I say we have a CD while we're playing and we didn't do it? We didn't play it.
But
Probably it will be.